the inter-match reaction for Everton 2, Seville 2. A hard-fought draw at Goodison Park. Final pre-season game before the big kick-off next Saturday against Stoke. Yeah, interesting game. A few changes from the team we've seen against Rosenborg on Thursday night. Tom Davies came into centre midfield. Holgate came into right back, and Jagielka started in a flat back four alongside Michael Keane. Yeah, it was obviously a very, very good start for the Blues. Sandro getting a goal within 30 seconds. A great finish to settle him down at Goodison Park in his first start at Goodison Park. Really good finish, and that gave us the lead. And that was sort of the best it got for a long time in the game. Seville sort of took over the game. Some great football. Kept the ball really, really well. Didn't give us a lot of chances. Second half, there was a few changes. They kept playing very, very well. We didn't really settle down. They got a deserved equaliser and then took the lead through a disputed penalty, which looked very much like it was outside the box. And then towards the end of the game, Kevin Morales went down, got the penalty, put it in just, and nearly won us the game with about 5 or 6 minutes to go to make it 3-2, but it wasn't to be. It was a 2-2 finish. Probably fair result. Well, not really a fair result. They played really well. We should have had a penalty. Tom Davies went down. He was booked for diving, which was incredible, but he never got it. But yeah, decent game. So, a week before the season, still, some players still look a little bit, not sure where they fit into the team. That's the biggest problem I think we've got at the moment is where to fit these players in and what we're short of. Klassen and Rooney still sort of hitting some of their own, the same areas. Sandro likes to have a little wander as well. We are lacking a centre forward massively, a real target man who'll stay up front. Pace obviously is something we really, really need in the team. It's just not where it's going to be, and it's not going to be where you need it to be at this stage. A lot of players brought in, a lot of change. We've gone from having a centre forward that you could rely on. You knew if you put the ball around the box that he would, hit the target most times and score a lot of times as well. And we've got to come away from that. We're going to have to build the play up a little bit more meticulously now, and that's going to take a while. With this team is not going to settle down for a while. It's missing some parts, which I'll talk about in a moment. And it's going to take a little bit of time to not only bed those players in, but figure out what the style of play is. Hopefully more than one style of play. And it'll take a while, but they're all good players, and you'd like to hope they'll figure out a way of playing. And you also look at the manager and think that hopefully he's still looking at it and thinking, well, if things are not going one way, we need to look in another way. That everyone's looking at Garner and Sneijderlin thinking, well, they're going to play. They're going to start the season, but should they? Should Tom Davies be in there? Do we need two Holden? Can we have one and have Tom Davies doing a little bit of everything and Klassen in front of him? Do we need two Holden? Do we need someone to break through from midfield? That man would be Tom Davies. Hopefully the manager's looking at all these things, and he's getting food for thought. The substitutions. John Joe Kenny came on at right back, and I think he's the best natural right back we've got at the moment. Holgate isn't a right back for me. He's a solid defending right back. But you need more. I think this team's been built on our full backs for the last 10 more years, and we need that. We need more of that on both sides, and I think so. I think he's got a big role to play this season. If the manager has faith in him, there'll be times when he won't be great at the back, but you've got to let a player settle into what he does. I mean, I remember when Leighton Baines started at left back, he wasn't the best defender in the world, but he could get forward, and that was the main thing. That was the main thing. He could get forward, and the chances he created at the other end were overshadowed. That James Coleman isn't the best defender in the world, but what he does at the other end is well worth it. So we need to figure that out, and for me, John Joe Kenny could be a big part player this season. Adam O'Loughlin coming on as well showed what he's all about and what we don't have. A player who's prepared to get forward, tricky, drops a shoulder, left foot, right foot, gets a shot off. We don't have enough of that, and I think he could come, another one who'll give the manager some food for thought today. So that was really encouraging. You know, Tom Davies, Lookman, John Joe Kenny, those three players who a couple of weeks ago you might be like, I mean, I know Davies played a lot of games last season, but you know, where does he fit in? But I think those players now look like they could, as the season goes on, break through and become a big part of this team. And I'm really hoping they are, because I think it's needed, that little bit of something different. So we'll wait and see. I think what has to happen as well is obviously we've bought a lot of players, but get the job finished. Get Sigurdsson and get a centre forward in, because we're crying out for those positions. We're crying out for a midfielder or a number 10. You know, all I keep seeing is Ross Barkley's name mentioned on Twitter and stuff. Number 1, he's injured. Number 2, he doesn't want to sign a contract. So, you know, there you go. Stop talking about him. But Sigurdsson could come in and start creating those chances, whether it be set pieces or from open play, and that's exactly what we need. And what else we need is a centre forward who'll stick right down the middle, and won't budge, and gives you a focal point that you can get the ball into him. He'll give you it back, and you can play from there. I go back to Moyes' team. He had Fellaini up there. Wasn't everyone's cup of tea, but the ball stuck, and it gave us a higher level to play from. And sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes you just need to get up the pitch, get your players up the pitch. And by having a centre forward, you can just get the ball and hold it and move it left or right. That's exactly what you need, and that's what we don't have at the moment. And it's a struggle for those players. Sandro, Rooney, Klaassen, they don't know each other's games yet. They need more and more of playing together. But if the ball doesn't stick, then how are they going to do that? You know, if it just keeps coming, if they're looking for a little pass and, Rooney, the amount of misplaced passes I've seen from Rooney and Klaassen so far shows that they're looking for little intricate movement, and it's not always there. Little balls around the corner for Sandro and he's not there. I seen one today, Tom Davies looked, Sandro had gone. And then when he played the ball, Sandro had checked. Now, as they get to know each other's game, they'll learn those little things, if that's something that they do all the time. But at the moment, it's not quite clicking. So what they need is someone up front who's a focal point that they can just go, you know what, you can bet on him all day long. He's going to stay up there. He'll get it. That's what Everton need at the moment. So get the job finished. You know, we've gone out. We've got a goalie. We've got a centre back. We've got Klaassen in. We've got Rooney in. We've got players. The manager felt that he needed to get in really early. But you've got to get that job finished off, or it's pointless. We need someone who can make goals, and we need someone who can score goals, or simply help score goals. And until you get that job, then it's just half a team. It's like last season when we got players in. It was like, yeah, this is okay, but we were crying out for a centre forward. Another centre forward around deadline day, and when it never came, you felt unfulfilled because you knew the team was lacking something. Those two players will make this a team. It won't be the best team, but it will be a team. And if we don't get them in, then it'll be incomplete. We'll say all season, we need that, and they won't be there. And you can't manufacture that. We can't manufacture a target man from the players we've got. I don't think Calvert-Lewin's miles away from it. And I just don't think Sandro's that player. He's a runner, he's a mover, he wants to be left, right. He's all about movement. So we've got to go and get those players. Listen, as far as I can see, the manager wants them. He's crying out for them. But we haven't got them yet. And until we do, as I say, we're going to be lacking as a side. Someone who can just throw a ball in the box, and then someone at the other end just headers it in. I think we're lacking that at the moment. So get those done. And as I say, this team isn't going to settle down for a while. So it's going to be patchy. Don't expect it to, It's one thing, the other night, I expected better in that game. But the next few weeks in the Premier League are going to be tough. It's a tough start already. And it'll be even tougher start when your team is a little bit all over the place and hasn't really settled into what it is yet. So, but there's a lot of encouraging signs there. Pickford in goal looks like he's always been an Everton player. His distribution is fantastic. He looks like he's organises. He's got authority. Shouts at everyone. Brilliant. Keane in front of him. Again, looks, by bringing him in nice and early, looks like an Everton player. Straight away you look at him and go, yeah, looks proper Everton player. Comfortable, pretty comfortable on the ball. Doesn't get flustered. Reads the game really well. That's what I've noticed about him. Sees things before they happen, which is a bit of, that's something you expect from a centre back around the late 20s. So really impressed by him as well so far. There's love. You can see lovely little touches from Class and nice little things from Rooney, but it's all a little bit hit and miss at the moment for them too. And hopefully that'll come with sharpness and getting to know players, because that's that end of the pitch. So last pre-season, big game next weekend, Stoke. Hopefully we get 3 points against them and push on for those 2 big games. But as I say, the most important thing for us now is that we go and get those players that we really need to just complete the squad for now, and then see how we get on and get the team settled. Because I think the other thing very quickly is, if we get those 2 players in, then other players don't have to play out of position then. Other players aren't forced into playing positions that they don't play in, which will take away from their game. Get players in who play in their position, and we'll go from there. Yeah, that's it for me. Make sure to check out Baz. I'm sure he'll have done the player ratings or his own instant match reaction. We'll be doing something on this tomorrow as well. Loads of loads of season preview, match previews, and all that good stuff this week. Yeah, don't forget to check us out on Patreon as well. There'll be a link coming up very soon here. Thanks for watching Toffee TV. I'll see you later.